welcome to KLT's Garage. I'm Terri Ray. Tonight I am joined by the Dog Sisters. And you tell everyone your names. What are each of your names?
My name is John Wayne Jetski.
This is Mr. Quasar Kelly.
All right. And where did you get the name Dog Sisters?
It was actually a previous band I was a part of, and we had a whole list of names we were thinking of, and Dog Sisters was on there. And I really liked that one, but we ended up going with something else, so I saved Dog Sisters for later.
That was in the back vault for
All right.
a better band, right?
This band right here. And you're just a two-piece band.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And you've been together since 10 years, 2012.
Oh, yeah. Already.
All right. And are you working on a... Well, let's just hear some of your songs. Let people hear. Tell people where you're from. You're from...
Alpena.
Alpena.
And originally...
Originally Alpena. I live in Gaylord.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. All right. So let's just start with "Let's Start a Band."
There
That's
we
one
go.
of your tunes. Let's start with that one. Tell people about that song.
That song, Mr. John Wayne Jetski, sometimes he would send me demos he was thinking of on his on Messenger, and he sent me this, and he's like, "What do you think about the song?" I'm like, "Dude, that's the first song. That's like the perfect song. Like that's an inspirational song about let's starting a band."
Yep, I want to, the funnest time of my life was my first band in high school. We would just hang out in Casey's garage and play music and order a pizza, and that's all we did. So I think all kids should start a band.
The ultimate line: "My cousin knows a dude in town with a studio in his parents' house. Let's start a band."
There you go.
We're joined tonight by the Dog Sisters. It is KLT's Garage on Terri Ray. We got John Wayne Jetski and Quasar Kelly in the studio. Those are their pseudo names. You guys are, I was looking up other bands that kind of are in the same vein, like Bananas at Large or the Laughing Hyenas. Are you familiar with either of those bands?
No, but we better write those down.
The Laughing Hyenas have a song called Give Grandpa More Beans. Which sounds like a classic, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, another one of your songs, Call Her Bunga, which is like Cowabunga, but Call Her
Right.
Bunga.
Yeah,
I never
exactly.
knew what Cowabunga was. I just know how it was pronounced. I didn't know it was Cowabunga until after I named that song.
And then you said just call her bunga, so it sounds just right.
That song was actually written, it was, I just had a bass guitar, and I was just recording stuff just like on the fly one night, and that song came out.
It's a punk surf song. That's
Pretty
right.
much. Yeah, pretty much.
All right, joined tonight by the Dog Sisters on KLT's Garage. It is KLT's Garage, and so you guys play out. Can people go see the Dog Sisters? Or I've seen your videos. I went to your Facebook
Oh, did you?
page.
There we go. Yeah, so we played our first live show. Actually, it was our first show in Hubbard Lake. There was a music festival called Chillville Music Collective. Mm-hmm. And that's the first time we
First
ever played.
and only time we've
Only
ever
time
played
yet.
so far.
Yet. We're hoping that there's more. More coming up here.
Well, maybe after this interview when
Exactly.
people hear it. My favorite song of all of them is the next one, Underwater Melon. Chugga
That's a good
chugga
one.
choo choo. That's
Yeah.
my favorite out
That's a
of
good
all
one.
of them. And man, do you jam a lot of songs in there. It's like a Bruce Springsteen song, only funny. You
Oh,
know?
yeah.
Yeah, with all the lyrics. So if you were to play this live, would you be able to remember all the words?
Oh, certainly. It's a lot of other people actually remember it really well too. Like my friends will be able to sing along.
Quote a line from it.
I picked, was it Metal? Oh, man.
I can't think
Now
of
we're put
any
on
of
the
the
spot.
I
Now
can
we're
sing
put
the
on
whole
the
thing.
spot. Was it
When the rain dries up in the sycamore city and the gasoline smell is filling up our belly, I kind of get to thinking about chewing gum.
Underwater
And then
Melon.
it gets crazy after that.
It gets really crazy. Chugga chugga choo choo.
Yeah.
All right, we're joined tonight by the Dog Sisters on the rock station KLT. It is the rock station KLT. I love that song. It's kind of like a Grateful Dead song in a way, only hilarious. You know?
Well, there's times we were practicing for our live show, and it just went on forever. Like it was like a Grateful Dead jam band session. Like it just went on forever. There was solos and stuff you'd probably never be able to remember again.
Just making up the
Just
words.
making up stuff. Yeah, everybody likes that one.
Yeah, that's my favorite out of all of them. All right, we're joined tonight by John Wayne Jetski and Quasar Kelly, their band, the Dog Sisters out of Alpena. We're going to go to a quick break. When we come back, we'll hear more of your tunage. Rock station KLT, KLT's Garage. I'm Terri Ray. Here we are with the Dog Sisters out of Alpena. If you go to your website or your, do you have a website or just the Facebook page?
We have a website. It's like a Wix site, so it's got some weird things on there.
Like
Let me see.
Wikipedia, you mean?
Like a
WIX. Wix.
WIX. It's like a free website maker or whatever. But
yeah.
I think
Because you say you're deep in the woods of northern Michigan. Deep in the woods. You guys are funny. So the songs we've heard so far, you put out one album back in 2020. What was the name of that one?
Let's Be Soulmates for the Weekend.
Yes.
That one actually, we made that in 2012, but we didn't release it until 2020 because we figured, why not? Why not? We'll wait.
8 years
Yeah,
later.
we'll
Yeah,
wait 8
we
years.
never originally planned on releasing any music.
No,
we were
it
just
was-
hanging out and making music. And we were like, well, we're bored now. Let's put out
Said
an
mine as
album.
well at this point.
And then 2020, you worked on a second one, Unleashed.
Unleashed.
Right. And so now you're currently working on another one?
There's a third one. I don't know what we're going to
Yeah,
call it
we
yet.
got about, we have probably more songs
4.
than we know what to do with right now. But four completely
4
recorded.
done, but we got a marker board we usually go to, and we mark up what the songs. I mean,
Oh, no, I watched the marker board on the video.
Oh, okay,
I
there you
did.
go,
And you
okay.
erased last
Yeah.
year, and you're putting new ones on there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Angry Daddy, or no, my daddy's,
Daddy's
mad.
Mad.
Daddy's
Daddy's
Mad.
mad.
That was,
Yeah.
that was the
Mad.
first song we recorded for this album. I think we're going to call this next album Turn the Tempo
well,
Up
there's
an Octave.
there's 2 names who came up with it.
Or Adam
It was
or
turn.
Quasar
Yeah, it was
Barry, too.
turn the tempo up an octave. And then there was Now That's What I Call Commercially Potential Music. That's the more potential music one.
Guys are so funny. All right, so Little Acorn Dinner.
Little Acorn Dinners. True story. This is autobiographical. I grew up with squirrels in my father's attic. Not really. We were inspired by this song. I live in a trailer, and there are squirrels that live in my roof. And we were hanging
loud.
out one
They're
day,
very
and-
loud.
Yeah.
Inspired by real events.
You know, I
By
actually,
real events, yeah.
I
There's
have actual acorns in my trailer.
Okay.
and there's squirrels.
I mean, squirrels.
squirrels.
Yeah. I have found acorns in my couch.
There's probably acorns. We're joined tonight by the Dog Sisters on KLT's Garage. That song gets weird at the end with the
Oh, the little skit.
where you're skitting.
Well, it turns into a song, but then it like breaks into a musical where it's like between the landlord
Yes.
and the
It's like
guy
a
with the
Monty
squirrels.
Python kind of thing, where all of a sudden, da-da-da-da.
Yeah, and then it just ends abruptly with a little skit at the very end.
Yes, yes. I listened to all your songs.
Thank you.
We're joined tonight by the Dog Sisters on KLT's Garage. This next song, I had to do some research. Lisa Frank. Because I'm like, who the heck is Lisa Frank? Lisa Frank she was actually born in Bloomfield Hills,
Yes.
Michigan. She moved out to Tucson, Arizona. She married a guy named James Green. They had children they named Forrest Green and Hunter Green. But she designs colorful clothing, shirts, stickers, fabrics. She's known for producing whimsical commercial design for school supplies and products for children.
Yes.
And apparently you're enamored with her.
We, growing up, we were a bunch of 90s kids. So growing up in the 90s, there was always this weird stigma where, like, the girls always had Lisa Frank. And, like, us as guys, like, we kind of secretly wanted it. But we couldn't have it, you know? So,
girls.
and the thing is, like, growing up, like, we never knew if Lisa Frank was actually a real person. Mm-hmm. And then we started doing our research, and we're like, oh, my God, it's an actual person. Like, we didn't know about it. So we started writing a song, and it kind of just went from there. You know, like, where does she live? What does she look like? What does she do? Because nobody really knows anything about her.
She's very
She's very
elusive.
secret. Yeah.
Did you send her this song?
You sent. I think I've sent it on like Lisa Frank Facebook official.
Yeah.
Commenting,
if,
like
if I knew how to
spamming
get
it.
a hold of her, I would definitely send her this song.
Lisa Frank, this song's for you.
Yeah, where you're at, wherever you're at right now.
All right. So,
Probably in Antarctica.
what an odd obsession. All right, we're joined tonight by the Dog Sisters. Here is their ode to Lisa Frank. It's KLT's Garage. It is KLT's Garage. I'm Terri Ray. We're joined tonight by the Dog Sisters. And so how do people get a hold of your music? Can they?
Oh, man, we're everywhere. We're on Spotify, we're on Pandora, iTunes, Amazon Music.
Check your local Goodwill. Sometimes we just bring
We
them
do.
in, drop some CDs off.
I've done that. We've gone out into Goodwills and wherever I'm in town, and I'll drop off CDs, hoping that someone will find them at some point.
Do you have like merchandise? Do you have hats and shirts? And...
We were just talking about that.
Yes, we're working on
we
shirts.
will very soon.
Working on shirts. We do have CDs and stuff. I think it's actually through Amazon. You can buy them.
Oh.
Strangely enough, yes. And I'll probably drop off. I actually got a whole bag full here at the station, so whoever wants them, we have them.
Yeah.
Our last show we played, we actually had a couple kids that made their own T-shirts.
They were that
which was
excited to
very
see
cool.
us.
Ah.
So actually
We
made
signed their
t-shirts.
shirts, and I had them sign mine, and
That's
a great time.
hilarious. You guys are awesome. Well, I would love to have you back sometime when you
Oh,
we'll
yes.
do a whole nother round of your songs. You guys cracked me up. All right, so you're currently working on the new album. Again, what was the name of it? That's my favorite. Potential.
There's the two titles.
she likes the
the one that
potential.
the potential.
Now that's what I call commercially potential music.
Might have to go with that one.
I have to go with that one.
I love that. All right, Dog Sisters, John Wayne Jetski, Quasar Kelly. Thank you so much for
Thank
joining
you.
us
Thank you
tonight
for having us.
at KLT's Garage.